Hello everyone, my name is Nino Villa. I am the founder of Fashion Premier Academy and I'm your instructor. If you've ever looked at a beautiful fashion sketch and thought, I wish I could draw like that. Well, this course is for you. Even if you've never sketched before, you can learn and I will show you how, step by step. In this course, you will learn how to sketch the body using the industry standard 9 heads croquis, which is the foundation of fashion illustration. You will discover how the body moves, how to balance your figures with the plumb line, and how to create that beautiful S-shaped silhouette that gives your drawings life and motion. We will explore pencil techniques, shading, line, weight, texture, the small details that make a big difference in your sketches. And I will show you how to use inspiration, such as your fashion diary, your fashion journal, to develop your own unique design style and creative voice. Sketching is the visual language of fashion. It's how designers think, how they plan, how they communicate ideas. When you can express your vision on paper, everything changes. Your confidence grows, your ideas flow, and your creativity comes alive. So, grab your pencils, your sketchbook, and your imagination, and let's start sketching your fashion ideas into reality. I will see you in class. It's on sketching. Sketching ideas for fashion design. And even if you don't know how to draw and you know nothing about sketching, don't worry, I have been in your shoes. I learned sketching while attending FIT in New York. In this course, we're going to cover new terminology. We're going to learn new words such as croquis and plumb line and apex and silhouettes and quick sketches and so on. So let's get started. First, we'll start by looking at the human body. If you measure the size of your head, in the average body, there are approximately 8 heads in the human body. However, for fashion sketching, we like to extend and stretch it to 9 heads. What does that mean? Let me show you. So, as I just mentioned, in the average body, if you take 1 head space, there are 8 head spaces. However, for fashion sketching, we stretch that body into 9 head spaces. This is known as a croquis, and we'll talk about that in the next class. We're going to learn how to sketch the basic croquis, and then we're going to give it some shape, something like this, for example, or like that. And then we're going to put some clothes on them, okay? In this class, we're going to learn how to draw a croquis. What is a croquis? It's basically the human body divided into 9 head spaces. We're going to use it as a template to sketch our fashion ideas, to sketch our fashion flats. What are flats? Well, think of it like a garment on a hanger. It's very flat, if you will, okay? So we're going to use this as a template to sketch our fashion ideas. Now, some of you might think it's kind of boring, it's too easy, but this is the foundation of fashion sketching, so we've got to get it right, okay? Let's get to it. So you will need a piece of paper, 8.5 by 11 is fine, a ruler, and a pencil. We're going to start by drawing a straight line right in the center of the page from top to bottom. And for the purpose of this exercise, we're going to make our head spaces about 1 inch in measurement. So go ahead and divide this line into 9 head spaces. And then we're going to draw a straight line across like this. This will help us in. Next, we're going to mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. In this first head space, we're going to draw our head. And don't be afraid if you don't get it right the first time. It's not easy to draw a circular shape. This is fine. Next, we're going to draw the neckline. And then we're going to draw the shoulders, which are slightly at an angle. And the width of the shoulder is about 1.5 heads space-wise. So it'll be something like this. Next, we're going to mark the apex. What is the apex? It is the highest point of the bust, and that's a number 2. We're going to write apex. Next is our waistline at number 3. So we're going to write waist at the number 3 level. At the waist level, we're going to draw our waistline, which is about the size of your head, which is about 1 inch or so in this case. So I'm going to mark it like so. And that is your torso. You can also draw a bust line like so. If this is the apex level, this will be your bust level, okay? At number 4 is your hips level. And the width of your hips is about the same measurement as your shoulder width. So one easy trick is, watch this, if you draw just a very slight line like this, will give you an idea of the measurement of your hips. And then we're going to connect your waist to your hips. At number 5 level is your thighs. 6 is your knees. And at your knee level, we're going to draw these little circles to give us an idea of our knees. Our crotch level is right below number 4, below the hips, somewhere around here. So now we're going to connect your hips to your knees. At the number 7 level is your calves. And number 8 is your ankles. And then we have the floor. At the ankles level, we're going to draw these little circles like so. And then we're going to connect. And then we're going to create our feet in the last space. So your waist level is also your elbow level. And your hips level is also your wrist. We're going to draw little circles at the elbows level, like so. And we're going to connect from the shoulder. And as well as your wrist level will be right here. We're going to connect, and then your hand goes somewhere in this space right here, almost touching your thighs level, okay? This is your basic skeleton for a croquis. You want to practice this over and over again until you get to the point where you can begin to soften some of the lines. See, for example, your hips, obviously they're not as rigid as this illustration, but rather they have a bit of a curve to it, your hips and your thighs and your calves and your shoulders a bit rounded and so on. So practice until you get to this point. In the next class, we're going to show you how to take this to this next level, which is really about body movement. How does the body move? I'll see you in the next class. So if this video resonated with you, I encourage you to enroll in the full course on Fashion Premier Academy. I'll put the link in the description below, and I will see you in class. Now.